once you have sanded down your sides to your lines, you should have an angled line up this end, and if you sit them together, that should be a taper up the front, whether it's this way or that way, it should be even. Okay, it should be opposite each other. Now what we need to do on these particular backs here, on the back here, blah, blah, blah. What we need to do on the back here is they need to join together. We've got a special jig here called a heel clamping jig. We need to join these together here, and you have this little block that I've given you. Just need to round over these edges to make it look a bit better. That gets glued on there like that, which basically strengthens the whole join on the back here. In order for that to happen perfectly, you need to make sure that if you get your two sides and push them down hard against the jig, push them down hard against the jig and then slide them together, it should give you a perfect join running up there. If you find that when you've held them down here and then you push them together, there's a bit of a gap that opens up, they don't sit all the way together all the way down, you then need to go over and just work out which one's wrong and just touch it up a little bit on the sander. But you need to make sure that with them push down and push together, it's a perfect join running all the way up the back. You don't want, I'll exaggerate it, but you don't want to stick them together like that, because it's going to make it really awkward to get your top to sit flat and your back to sit flat. All right, now I've checked mine. These ones join properly. So this is how we go about it. Put a little bit of plastic in the back there. That just stops it sticking everywhere and making it difficult to get out later on. We need some glue. What we do, put some glue on these two faces here, or just on one of these faces, just to get it, because these two have to join. It's a little bit too much. Sit that there. And we also put glue over the back of this one. Make sure you smear it right out to the edges with your finger, and that helps squash it down into the pores of the timber. Right, that's ready to go. All right, we sit it back against the plastic. We push that together, making sure they're sitting down nice and flat. We sit our block here, straight in, and just basically try and center it on that join. I'll cut a few more of these blocks, but that's just lets us give equal pressure all the way along there, because the little joining block is not that thick. And then we put a clamp on it about halfway up, just with a little bit of pressure for now. So once we've got it on there, you can push that block down. You can make sure these are joining and pushed together properly. And once it's right, then you can then put more pressure on that block. Okay, you only need one clamp to hold that. Let's push together. Just wipe any glue off at the top here and make sure you can't see any gap on the top there. You can't see it down the bottom, but you can just assume that that's correct. Leave that for about 20 minutes or so and then take it out, and that's done. Thanks.